We're here for day 4 of the TYR Pro Swim Series stop in Knoxville, Tennessee. It has been very exciting to be here at the Alan Jones Aquatic Center, seeing all of these Olympians and future Olympians putting up some good times already in January. We're going to have a great 2019 leading up to the 2019 World Championships, Nationals that are going to be in San Antonio, and then of course everybody's looking 18 months ahead to the Olympic trials. Hi everybody, I'm Jeff Cummings, and I've just had so much fun in Knoxville here, and especially just seeing some of these people who we don't know right now, and we're trying to jot their names down and say, okay, these are the people we're going to be talking about in the 2020 Olympic trials. Not people like Katie Ledecky, Ryan Murphy, Simone Manuel. We know those guys are going to be good. It's all these other youngsters who have really been stepping up and saying, I am going to make a statement when it comes down to 2020 in Omaha. And joining me on the Deck Pass Live desk for the past 3 days to see it all is two-time Olympian Caitlin Sandino. Caitlin, what are you thinking about all this racing here in January?
You just took the words out of my mouth. I was like, okay, it's only January. We are swimming, like I'm out there, they are swimming so fast, but it's these 16-year-olds, these 17-year-olds. I'm like, okay, what's that name? I'm going to write that one down. So obviously, Katie Ledecky, swimming incredible. We have, you know, the consistent swimmers that always put up some great times. Top 3 are usually first. Yeah. And now these 16-year-olds that are coming in, like the surprise win last night from Luca taking down Chase Kalish in the 200 butterfly. Future looks bright for USA Swimming as it always does.
It always does. And it's usually right that pre-Olympic year where some of these names come out. Katie Ledecky did that.
Right.
And I think a lot of people are just saying, okay, I think a lot of these established stars will say, we're not going to take our status for granted because we know we were those people once before.
Definitely.
And we know we got to step it up if we want to make sure that we're on that Olympic roster in 2020.
100%.
So another thing that's really exciting about the Pro Swim Series is the swim squad.
Yes.
Caitlin was a captain last year on the swim squads, and this year the swim squads are doing so well, just even after one stop. Look at the standings here. We've got Camille Adams in the lead with 79 points, just based on a couple of wins last night from Michael Andrew in the 50 free and Kelsey Dolly on the 50 fly. And then we got Elizabeth Beisel in second, and look at that tie for third with Maya Dorado and Connor Yeager. Maya was way behind in the standings after the first couple of days, and then she really had a great night last night with Simone winning the 50 free, Ryan Murphy winning the 100 back, and then that surprise win from Luca Orlando on the 200 butterfly. So
30 points right there.
Yeah, that's big for Maya. I think she was really happy to see Luca especially take down Chase, and it's going to be really tight because obviously the winning squad at the end of all of this gets that $10,000 check to go to the charity of their choice, and that's exciting. And joining us is one of those captains, Elizabeth Beisel.
Get in here, you.
So good to see you.
You guys too.
I haven't seen you in so long. It's always great to have you back on deck.
This is my first pro swim on deck as a non-athlete.
Is it weird?
It's great.
It's lovely.
Oh my God, it's amazing. This is what I've been missing my whole life.
You're like, I'm not doing 4 events in a
know,
day.
my
I love
God,
it.
I don't have to do the 4 a.m., 2 free, 2 back triple. I'm good.
My heart like pounds thinking of that triple.
I know, it's literally the worst.
So Happy New Year.
Yes,
And
2019.
I know.
what were you doing for the holidays? You go back to Rhode Island?
Yeah, so I was in Rhode Island for Christmas, and then I went skiing in Telluride, Colorado for New
Wonderful.
Year's. So life is really rough right now.
Yes, you're always on an adventure.
I am. I'm doing a lot of traveling because, like, you guys know as swimmers, you're nailed down to the tightest schedule out of any other athlete in the world. And so now I'm sort of in that position where I have the freedom and the time, and I'm taking advantage of it.
Yeah, and speaking of adventures, you were just hiking up Machu Picchu.
Who does that?
No, it was all Felicia Lee's idea. I was
Really?
with Laura Sogar, Felicia Lee, a bunch of swimmers, and we had literally the best time.
What is that like?
It's awesome. I mean, you're roughing it for 6 nights. You're sleeping in a tent in the
How
wild.
cold?
It wasn't that bad. You would be able to, you're a SoCal girl. You're a SoCal girl, I don't know. No, it was great. I mean, it maybe got down into the 40s, but
Okay.
we're all snuggling, so it was okay.
Fun. What an
it was great.
experience.
It was so much fun.
Does 2019 have any upcoming huge trips?
None that big.
Okay.
I'm going to Canada to ski in a month, but nothing like, whoa, she really did it big. you know? So, although I still have like 11 months.
Yeah.
Yes,
to
anything.
build that in.
Yeah, you did
It's myself.
2017. You went up to the base camp in Everest. 2018 Machu Picchu. So
I
just
gotta do
laying.
something to top it.
Well, you can lay low in 2019, and then 2020 could be a really big
Exactly.
Well, you have a big responsibility. You need to be here leading your
Yes.
squad.
Can we get to the more important things?
I know.
I'm gonna have a team meeting tonight. Second place will not do. I'm gonna tell you. Like,
Rally
you
the
guys,
troops.
It's not about you and your own swimming. It's about the Beisel bunch now.
Yes.
So come on. Come on, deliver for me.
Who's your charity? Tell me about your charity.
The USA Swimming Foundation.
Fabulous.
Which is perfect. I'm on the board for them.
Yes.
I've been working with them since I went pro in 2014.
Right.
So it was like a seamless thing for
Makes
me to
sense.
do.
Right.
Yeah.
What is it about that foundation that means so much to you?
I think the fact that it totally embodies my life.
Perfect.
Saving lives and building champions.
Right.
That's why we all start to swim. We start to swim not to become an Olympic champion, but
Right.
to just be safer around the water.
Sure.
And then it turns into us being amazing swimmers. So I would just love to give back to the sport that gave me so much and give kids that chance.
Well, when you have that team meeting, you got to tell them that. We got to give back to the athletes.
Listen, the children need
Yeah,
you.
the children
This is
need
for
you,
the
so
kids.
step up.
Important.
I don't care how it hurts at the end of that race. You get down,
I
get to the
know.
wall.
These kids need to learn how to swim. But it's true.
It
It
is.
is true.
It's
It's
Yeah.
very
super
true.
important. But no, my squad's doing great. I'm a back half swimmer. I know I'm going to back half my squad pro series, so I'll be fine.
And one of the big stars on your team is Kathleen Baker. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm sure you were ecstatic to have her on the team after the amazing 2018 she had.
Absolutely. That's why she was one of my first picks. I was like, oh,
Take
she
her.
just broke a world record. Yeah, I'll have her.
Yep.
But it's like the entire squad. I mean, Kendall Stewart is showing up every single race she does.
Yep.
I'm really happy with my squad.
Should be.
Yeah,
I love
I mean, we were talking about Kathleen Baker and the great year she had. Obviously, that world record was exciting.
Yeah.
You remember that tie she had in the 200 back in Irvine last year? Yeah. It was amazing. We're going to actually show a little bit of that. I mean, where she was basically leading, and then, of course, like most youngsters are, Reagan Smith they're right there. So Kathleen is there on the right, as you see, with the lead, and then Reagan Smith there on the left. I mean, obviously, Beisel, 200 backstroke. It's burning right now.
Oh, you're burning bad right now. You want it to be over. But see, that's the thing. When I was 15, like Reagan Smith, I didn't get tired.
You're like, I'm not burning
like,
right
ding,
now.
Ding, 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 ding. You know, I can go on for days. Let me do another 400.
I'll do a 400
right? I'll do
backstroke.
a 400 backstroke in back.
And then here we are, like the last. Here we come to under the flags, and Reagan is just hammering into the wall. Kathleen is
swimming.
tie up, and then a tie. I mean, that was exciting to watch,
Yeah.
just to see that.
It's the experience of Kathleen Baker, but also the youngness, the youthfulness.
Look at that. And
of
they're
Reagan
stroke
Smith.
for
Yeah.
stroke, and it's like synchronized swimming out there when those two get under the
It makes
flags.
me happy that I don't swim the Turner backstroke anymore.
Yeah.
They're way too fast now.
They're
Like,
getting
I'm
really,
like,
really
yeah,
fast.
All right, I'll let you guys.
Isn't it crazy
I know.
watching the times when you're done? You're like,
Yeah.
oh, I'm so glad I'm done.
And like you guys were saying earlier in your introduction, it's like it is only January.
right.
And these people, I mean, Haley Flickener went last night went a time faster than
Insane.
Pam Pax.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that's the thing, once it turns to 2019, like I remember when it turned 2015, leading into the Olympic year of 2016, it's like it's down to business. You have no
Yes.
more time to mess around. And so I think this is the first showing of people that are like, I'm here to stay, and I'm here to make the Olympic team in 2020. So
That's what we were saying. You can actually say the Olympics are next year.
Yeah.
Instead of be like, oh,
Yeah.
it's like 2 years away or a year and a half. Like next year, it's
here.
like
It's
buckle
real.
down, guys.
Yeah, it's real.
Yeah, I can't imagine to think what everybody's going through right now. Just to think, oh my gosh, if I'm not starting work now, it's not going to happen for me.
Right. I mean, you're 18 months out.
Yeah.
You have to.
And
you
I have to
buckle
put
down.
up points for Beisel's bunch, and
Exactly.
that's what they're
More
most
importantly, I mean,
I know.
the Olympics are secondary.
Leah-
The Beisel bunch that we're focusing on here.
You know what I love what they're doing different this year for the swim squads is that they're getting a little bit more involved in the community with these clinics.
Yes.
So you have a clinic today, correct?
Yep.
A clinic and then a master's workout?
Yep.
How
And then
exciting!
it's awesome.
You're gonna be
And that's the
perfect
thing.
for that.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be great. I love doing clinics. I love working with the kids, but it's master swimmers as well because sometimes I feel like, especially if you're just getting into it.
Yes.
I'm just now getting into like master swimming.
Are
you? Yeah.
I go to one practice a week. You could
Whoa.
say things are getting
Yeah.
serious.
Hey, you're getting in.
Right? No, but it is. I'm getting back into the water slowly. But, there are some people that are just now starting to swim and they're, 40, 45 years old and they're very, I don't know, self-conscious, timid maybe. And
Are you looking at me right now?
No. Like, do you need my help?
like
Yeah.
almost
Yeah.
40 and
No, but it's great because I can sort of like give them tips and not
Yeah.
make them feel uncomfortable about it. And so
Definitely.
It's like, because I can compare this sort of. I learned how to snowboard a year ago, and I'm
Okay.
like, God, do I sign up with a lesson with all like the 8-year-olds? Like, God, that's embarrassing, But like, so it's like a little camaraderie. So I'm excited to do that workout with them this afternoon and just hang out with them and give them some tips. So
Oh, they're gonna
They're
love
lucky to
every
have
second
you.
of it.
I'm excited.
I'm gonna listen in too.
yeah, he might show
You guys
up.
can listen.
You know I don't
We can
swim.
make our
but
own
this guy.
master swim squad.
Good.
Right?
You two handle who's gonna do the 400 IM, not me.
Nose goes.
No, come on.
I win.
You're fresher than me.
Well, so are you going to be coming to any of the other Pro Swim Series
what are the
meets?
stops
Absolutely.
you have?
So
Yeah.
all four of the captains will be at different
Alternating.
ones. So I'm doing Knoxville and then Clovis.
Good.
So I'm opening and closing out, which I'm
Fabulous.
very excited for. A free trip to California, you
Whoop,
can't really
whoop.
complain about.
Come on over.
But no, it's awesome because, like I said earlier, it's my first meet that I've been to as a pro swim,
Yeah.
not being a swimmer. And so
Right.
Yeah.
just me like meandering around deck last night.
Seeing
and
all
being
your
at the-
friends.
Exactly, and like being at the pool today, I lit up. It just brings me so much joy, and I
You
miss
light
it.
everybody
I
else
miss
up.
it.
Everybody gets so excited to see
Look
you.
at you guys too.
Yeah, but speaking, I just want to just go back to this because it's always, we talk about all the highlights and the
Yes.
upsides of swimming, and there's always those down moments where you're just like, oh, why did that moment happen to me? It's that
Yeah.
2014 Nationals where you slipped in the 200 backstroke.
Yeah.
We're going through
But
the
see,
archives.
Yeah, right.
we're going way back. We're going to actually take a look at it because,
Yeah.
and I'm
Flashback.
sure like it's always in your mind.
Oh,
but-
serious Elizabeth.
I know you do. Serious.
and that is a rare shot of
That is
Elizabeth.
a rare shot.
Look
Look
at
at-
little baby. You look a
Oh my
little
God, I am a
pumpkin.
child.
And then look at that right there,
Kathleen
Kathleen.
Baker. So this is actually funny. She actually, this was the first race that she ever made a national team in.
Yeah, it
a
was
turn
really
backstroke.
cool.
I mean, some of you guys, she obviously is an incredible turn backstroke.
And then
Here
here we
it goes,
go.
here it
It
goes.
is.
Oy!
Oh, no.
I think the underwater shot is
Yeah,
Yeah.
there it is.
legit no push. Goodbye. At this point, I'm thinking two things.
Yeah, what are you thinking?
Expletives, and I'm like, oh my God, no. And then I'm also like, if I do not try in this race, Greg
Aw.
Troy will kill me.
Yeah.
That was the only thing.
And look at you still have like a
You're
smile.
like,
You're like,
Yeah, I mean, at that point,
what
you're like,
happened?
what can you do about it?
Literally.
Yeah.
And
But
it's,
you
know,
came back and won the 400 IM later.
Well, I had to, because that was the only way I was
Yeah.
going to make the Pan back team.
Yeah.
I had no choice.
I literally was like, well, this better be the best race of my life. And it's hard to come back from such a setback like
Yeah.
that because I went into the turner back assuming, all right, Missy will probably win or like it'll be close between us and I'll be on the team. 400 IM is just cake.
Yeah.
And then it's like, oh my gosh, my life is on
Everything's
the line.
on-
You must
yeah.
deliver. So it was a learning experience for me. Kept me on my toes for sure, but
Right.
it just shows that something can happen on one day and then the next day you can come back from it. And I feel like that's a lesson that all swimmers have learned at
Yes.
some point.
Take
in
notes,
their
kids.
life.
Yeah.
You heard it
Yeah.
first.
Do not
So-
give up.
Do not.
Do not.
It's been so fun
I know, we
talking
could talk
to
to
you,
you all day.
Elizabeth.
I know.
We could be here. We could have a 5-hour Deck Pass
I
Live
know,
edition
yeah.
because we'd be
Maybe
here.
people are like, thank God she's just a guest. Get her out of here.
No, that's definitely not
Never.
true. Elizabeth Beisel, thank you so much. We're going to be cheering for the Beisel squad tonight.
Thank you.
The
We
can't
Beisel
cheer
bunch
for it,
is,
but-
I mean, like, cheer for the Beisel bunch.
yeah, the Beisel bunch is not to be reckoned with. You guys are going to be on
We're
fire
back
tonight.
out first. I know it.
It's going to be fun.
Best is yet to come.
Right, exactly.
So people like Elizabeth Beisel make a lot of contributions to USA Swimming. As you heard, she's on the board of the USA Swimming Foundation. And we know that Katie Miley is also a great ambassador for USA Swimming. And she recently visited a team who did really well raising money for USA Swimming through the Swimathon.
So today we're at Nova Aquatics and I just came to do a clinic and some autographs for the team because they won the USA Swimming Foundation Swimathon in 2017 and they raised $118,000 for their facility and for their team. And that money also, some of that money goes to the foundation as well. So they earned this clinic and this appearance and it was so exciting to do it for them.
The annual Swimathon is our largest annual fundraiser. We really put it all out there in 2017 with a great theme. We have a very high participation rate with our swimmers. We build up to the theme for weeks at a time. Coaches are involved. We make it a big celebration.
Today we had Katie Miley teach us breaststroke skills and talk about her journey. I really want to try hard in practice.
And if you consider being part of Swimathon, that it's very fun and it helps a lot of kids in need who don't know how to swim. And also, there's a lot of food there, so that's always fun.
Really, it means a lot to be a role model. I had a lot of role models in the sport growing up, and so to be on the other side of it is a really special thing because I was so inspired by the people that came before me, and if I could just turn it around and inspire the people coming after me, then I would feel really good about that.
We're back here at the Alan Jones Aquatic Center for the TYR Pro Swim Series at the University of Tennessee. So we got one more session to go here in Knoxville, and then everyone's going to have a month off in February to get back into training, and then we'll resume the Pro Swim Series there. You can see we're going to be in Des Moines, Iowa, March 6th through 9th, and then we'll continue on every month. Richmond, Bloomington, and Clovis. I think this is going to be a really exciting event. I actually understand that the Des Moines event, they've actually sold out on tickets.
Already?
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
You said a month off. That is not a month off. That is like a month of getting your butt kicked in the pool in February.
It's a month off from racing.
Yeah.
No month off from
There's
swimming.
no such thing.
Yeah.
18 months.
That would be great. Yeah. Keep that in mind. I bet a lot of people already have 2020 calendars and have Olympic Trials Week circled in red.
And a lot of those teams have the countdown, how many days until the Olympic trials or the Olympics. I remember when I was training at the University of Michigan with
they have
that countdown's just like just in your face.
I can't imagine walking every day and
TikTok.
I guess when it gets really close, that's exciting, but when it's like 300 days, 299 days, 298, it's probably like, oh my gosh, can we not look at that clock anymore? But I guess it inspires you. It's like it's getting closer every day.
It is. It keeps you accountable.
Yes.
And that's what, sometimes you just need that little extra.
Yeah, so speaking of someone who's got that 2020 Olympic trials on their minds is Annie Laser, who is swimming phenomenally. Not just here in Knoxville, but had a great short course world championships where she surprised everybody by winning the 200 breaststroke. And then instead of just saying, oh, I'll just go out here and race, I'm going to do some really good times in the 100 breast. She got a lifetime best there. And then last night she was the top seed for the 200 breaststroke, and she's there in the yellow cap, fourth from the top. And she took the lead pretty early. I mean, she just took it out there. We had Micah Sumrall in that heat. Emily Escobedo, and then Kiara Smith from Canada. All three of those ladies could have really challenged Annie, but she really took it to the field. First 25, just everybody looking nice and smooth, and here we are at the 150, and she's got a body length lead.
A commanding lead. And like you mentioned, this is a pretty stacked heat, too. It's not like she just didn't have any competition. I mean, she is doing some great things, and to be going best times in January, I know we keep saying this, it's like a broken record. She's got to be pumped.
Yeah, and she's actually up training with the Indiana University team. And so she swims back and forth every day with Lily King, and obviously the work is paying off with her.
She has to be thrilled.
Yeah, and she's going to be excited. She's going to Pan Am's this summer.
Great.
And, I think she's probably wishing that the World Championship trials were this year instead of last year, because I think she probably would have got on the world scene the way she's been improving. But a really good time here, 2:23.51. That's an amazing swim. You can see she was pumped by that, and I'm really excited to see what she's going to do at Pan Am's. I know she's going to be putting up a swim that's saying, I'm going to make a statement.
Definitely.
I'm going to be the one that you guys need to watch out for in Omaha.
Yeah, you mentioned probably a little bummed that she's not going to have the opportunity to go world champs, but all you need is an international meet. You need a lane. You need the experience.
That's all you need.
And like you said, put up a great time. Show people what you're capable of doing.
Yeah. And so Annie's going to be swimming tonight in the women's 50 breaststroke, and that's just one of the events you want to be watching tonight on usaswimming.org beginning at 6 p.m. Eastern. We're also going to have the men's and women's 100 freestyle. We got Simone Manuel leading out the women's 100 free. We'll also have the 200 backstroke. I'm looking forward to see Ryan Murphy and him. He's just going to blow away the field. It's going to be putting on a clinic he will be doing. The 200 IM is always fun. And then we'll have the fastest heats of the 1500 freestyle for men and women. I believe Anton Ibsen is doing that. He's having a phenomenal meet. And, of course, Katie Ledecky.
Of course. Can't wait to see what she throws out tonight.
I know. She, it's interesting. She's been coming off altitude training in Colorado Springs. And some people, when they come off altitude, they have a really good meet when they come back down to sea level. And some people, it's a little bit of an adjustment. And I think Katie is one of those people who she wasn't like, well, let's see what times I can put up. I'm just going to keep training through this.
Right.
And so the times she's been put up have been pretty good. I mean, 4:02 and the 400 free. I mean, who can argue?
That blows my mind.
But it'd be interesting to see what she does in this 1500. I think she won't be doing it a lot. I think maybe one more time before World Championships. It's not an event you do a lot. I mean, when you were doing the 400 IM, you didn't do it like every single meet.
No, I did.
Oh, you did?
I did.
I feel sorry for you. I really do, because that's not easy.
I tried so hard to get out of it. Nope, Schubert was not having that.
Oh, my gosh, I can't imagine. Well, Chase Kalish did that last year, and he probably was like, okay, I'll do it, but...
Sometimes you don't really have a say.
I guess if you don't have a say, yeah, you're right. So definitely want to go to usaswimming.org at 6 p.m. Eastern tonight, and then after that, stay at usaswimming.org after all the C and D finals, because Caitlin and I will be back to recap all the swims from the Tier Pro Swim Series in Knoxville, and we'll also have 2 special guests.
I'm excited. You won't want to miss
We're going to
this one.
have Michael Andrew, who's going to be fresh out the 50 breast. He's going to be looking to win that. And then another swim squad captain, Camille Adams, will be here, and she'll be talking about how good her swim squad's doing.
Yes,
I'm sure
definitely.
she's going to be grinning ear to ear.
I love these captains. I'm so excited to interview her.
They're going to be great. So don't miss out on that. Again, 6 p.m. for the swims, right after that for Deck Pass Live. So thanks again, everybody. We'll see you tonight.